Hi guys, Matt from SmartBrew here. Recently you probably received in the mail some of these CO2 headspace accessories. Just want to quickly run through installing them and what they're for. So most importantly, if you're kegging off all of the time, all of your beer, you might have found that the beer starts to get cloudy after 2 or 3 kegs pulling it off. So this is a little device which enables us to add CO2 into the top of the tank rather than through the carbonation device down there, which is under the beer level, which is causing it to stir up. So most important thing is we want to make sure, as always, that before we're doing anything with the tank, fitting an accessory, that there's zero pressure, absolutely no pressure in the tank. It should be displaying 0 on the SmartBrew control unit, and we should be opening the CO2 release valve and the dry hopper valve just to make sure. Then what we're going to do is, on the very same side of the tank where the carbonation accessory is fitted, we are going to locate the spare port on the top. In this case we've got a spare port over here, and we've got the pressure release valve up on this port here. The pressure release valve might be in this location and this might be the spare one. It doesn't matter. It's just important that we've got a spare port on this side where the carbonation assembly is. If you happen to find that the spare port was on the opposite side, we would just swap the pressure release valve over to that side. Okay. Now I'm gonna use this port here. I know there's no pressure in my tank. I'm just gonna release the clamp, pull off the blanking plate, leave behind the gasket there, and I'm going to replace that blanking cap with the blanking cap supplied, and then clamp it up. Make sure you're doing up the clamp nice and firm so that we don't have any leaks. And at this point, that bit's done. Now what we're going to do next is, imagine we've put down our beer is fermented, dry hopped, crash cooled, yeast dumped and carbonated, and it's ready to either dispense to the bar or to keg off. What we don't want to do is, we don't want the replacement CO2 that's coming into the tank to help push the beer out when we dispense it, to stir up the beer, which we've carefully allowed to settle out. So at that point in time, when your program is telling you that the beer's in maturation, we would come over here. Very importantly, we're using the red CO2 supply line, and we're taking it out from behind of this little check valve. Push in the blue and pull out the red line, and we're simply going to clip it in there. And from now, for the rest of the cycle, CO2 will automatically fill in from the top to push our beer out without disturbing it. When you clean this fermenter and it's all done, you're going to put down a new brew. We'll pull that out again, put it back into the position where it's supposed to be, so that in the next brew it's carbonated through the carbonation assembly the way it should be. Hopefully that's pretty easy.